Live, for sure. Pretty sure we are. Double check. I think we're live. Let me just super check. Aha. Yes, we are. Good. All right. What up? How's it going, guys? We are back again with another stream for Fate. No music this time for an intro. We're going to get right into it because I am a few minutes late. But first, I got to let the word go out that we are good and ready to go. So just give me one moment and we'll slide right into it. But how are y'all doing? I hope everyone's having a good day so far, whether it's, your morning or it's your night like me. I guess I could put on some Fate music as I'm doing my loading. Just sending out the word. Let's see. I gotta do the non-copyright stuff. Otherwise, we get thunderstruck. Let me see. Let me see it. This was good, Steve. Yeah. Put that a little low. All right, give me one moment. I'm just going to send this all out. That way people know that we are good and live. Bum 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 ba-da-da. And all right, we should be good now. We should be good now. So I'm just gonna turn the music just a little low. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Now we're officially in this. So welcome back, guys. More Fate. More Fate. We're going to get right into this just because we're a little late. Just a tad scooch. So, last time where we left off, let's get our dancing crew up here. Last time we left off, we got some crazy Artorias lore and building into her character that we have definitely not gotten in any other kind of capacity from the other 3 routes, or the other 2 out of the 3 routes. And, I'll say it staunchly. I am strongly pro right now that the Fate route is looking like either second best because of Heaven's Feel, if not the best arc for the Fate main storyline. Like, don't get me wrong, there are things that are interesting and cool about the Unlimited Blade work, but I feel like it has a lot of problems when it comes to mainly Shiro's character and Rin's dynamic between the two. But the Archer stuff is neat. It's neat. The conclusion, although, of this fight for this route, it's kind of like, it's all right. It's all right. Haven't gotten to the Fate one yet, so you know, who knows? It might be a wet blanket too. It might be a wet blanket. Obviously because it's got the movie budget. It's got the whole grand shabam. You know, it has that gorgeous factor to it. It's kind of hard to beat. However, it has a solid story for the most part of, you know, Kiryu now it was I'm sorry, not Kiryu. Shiro was finding slowly out like the truth of what happened at the fire all those years ago, which he kind of does in the Fate route, but more so of like Saber was there and they participated and blah 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 blah. But he found out more stuff about his dad and what it really means to be a person of justice and what you need to do. Like the idea is that each three of these routes have a moral dilemma for Shiro to understand his justice through. The idea of, you know, I believe for Unlimited Blade Work was your justice is your goal, but it can weigh you down and cause self-harm, which he learns to overcome in the Unlimited Blade Work route. The Heaven's Field route is that if you are a person of justice, what will you do that needs to be done in order to give people the quote-unquote peace that they need? That is your hero's justice, but are you willing to do what needs to be done for certain people? Here, I'm not too sure exactly what we're trying to get at with Shiro, outside of maybe just more upfront teamwork and understanding people's begrudgments and trying to move past that. Could be a theme. I'm not quite so sure on the overarching journey for Shiro in the Fate route. However, I do like Saber a lot more in this route, obviously because it's her part, but I think they were getting just a lot more sides of her that are very interesting and unique compared to the other two, and she's barely even in this one, to be fair. You can argue the same thing here up until a certain point. Yeah. Right now, because of everything that's been happening for the last couple of streams, I feel like I have to like put the Fate one just high. I have to put it high. Like it's just missing, I feel like, a good conclusion at this point. You know, what is going to be the climax of this route? You know, here it was, spoilers if you have not seen any of the other two, I guess, and you're trying to watch it through me. Bold choice. You know, we had, of course, the Shiro versus Archer, aka himself from the future timeline, Unlimited Blade Works, etc., what it's named after. But of course, we had the Gilgamesh fight, which I did like us humbling Gilgamesh. Don't get me wrong, that was neat. Then you had the over-the-top Shiro uses Archer's arm and Berserker's fucking war club. I fucking love that. That was really good. With, of course, Ryder actually pitching in and doing something. So I was glad that she got more of a main focus in this. Though she had a really good fight segment and made Shinji by proxy look better in the Fate route. But that was a good climax. Again, with Kiryu as well. That was good as well. Having that fist to fist, again, humbling his ass is also a good time as well. So have a lot of hope that this can match energy, but it's probably not going to be as over the top as you. But if it's as solid of a fight as this at the end, but with maybe a better payoff for Shiro, and you can argue maybe even Saber, even though it may not have a flashy conclusion like this, especially because it doesn't have a proper animation adaptation like Heaven's Field, I think I will still probably edge it over Heaven's Field nonetheless. But we have to wait and see. We gotta wait and see. But yeah, Heaven's Field still is the best outside of a couple gray areas where I'm like, want to give it to Fate automatically and even give some stuff to Unlimited Blade Work. But like this Fate route is just like one real good climax away from taking the throne, usurping the title for the best route. At least how I've seen it so far from this playthrough. Okay. Now, let me just make sure volume's okay for you guys. I believe it should be. Yeah. We should be okay. Okay. So, I think last time where we left off, we were going to go, like, right into the aftermath. Yeah, right. Shiro doing that weird, we are one, I'm giving you my circuitry so that way I can unlock your energy a lot more clearer. And by doing so, I had to rev her engine, which someone did again link me the PDF version of the original 2005 fucking Fate routes. Not the uncensored version, which I did also learn by going after last stream. Apparently, the original is the Arrow version, aka the more Dojin version of the storyline. And then there was a 2004-2005 censored version that is the more played through / more accepted as the actual main storyline of the Fate routes. This is just the more high-res version of it, because I actually looked at it. I'm like, the scenes look pretty one-to-one from what I could tell. Did check out some posts because I could not find anyone who has like a in-depth link to the uncensored stuff. But from what I can tell, man, some of these uncensored scenarios outside of the imagery is like very cheesy. It's very cheesy. And I feel like it would have taken me, someone who's trying to understand the narrative and world building of these characters and the story, which is already complicated and, a little much at times, add a level of cringy, like, love scenes mixed into it, which there are still traces of that in this censored version, but add a hard amount of those in, and I'm like, ooh. If I would have read this back in the day, I would have been like, nah, Fate's not it, man. Fate is not it. So I actually think being censored was the right call for Fate. Being the quote-unquote censored version, I think, is the right path. I think that was definitely the right path. But I thought it was interesting. I didn't look anything ahead of it. But for the most part, I think, we should be good. I doubt we're going to get anything over the top, so I shouldn't need my saber, but I still was glad I held it up, just in case. Just in case. Now, let's get into this. Hydrate. Remember. Alright, so it's morning. We have awoken the dragon within her. She is now the king once more with all of her energy. At least in theory. In theory. I feel sunlight in my eyelids and slowly open them. They went all night. They went all night, man. And again, there is still traces of that Arrow manga doujinshi elements in this censored version, for sure. It's still there. There are scant few dialogues that are still in there. That I'm like, that makes more sense on why they're talking like in a certain way for some of these scenes. But I still think being censored was the right call. Being too cringy with some of those dialogues I read, it would have taken me massively out of the story. It's just too much of a fucking whiplash. It'd be like, wait, what? We're trying to talk about this, like, circuit, faster than light, dimensional plane of existence inside Saber that also represents the fucking dragon of the native people of Britannia and their fight against the Saxons, the white dragons, and how that represents the people's movement in undominable spirit of will. And all of a sudden you get like these, I'm not going to repeat them, but it's like essentially like, oh my God, I can't believe it that she's going to do that to Saber. And then here I am. It's like, okay, all right. Bold choice. It was an Arrow game to begin with, but still though, I'm like, okay. Yeah, that would have not made me interested back in the day to like understand this world to its in-depth level as it has become now. Dazed and confused, I checked over my body. My arms and legs are fine. I don't see any wounds. Maybe the pain faded the moment I was able to endure it. My physical wounds and even the mental scars seem to have been healed. I hear a weak voice from under me. Huh? The feeling of her soft skin immediately makes me realize who's speaking and the position we're in. Saber is lying on the bed with her blouse in disarray, while Tosca is sleeping, cradling her knees to her chest. From the imagery that I got before, yo, that is totally not what was happening in this original scene. Tosca maybe like not this scene, but like the scenes prior. It's like, damn, Tosca. Okay, that was extra weird of her. Again, just one of those things would have been like, okay, this is taking me out of character. I feel like Tosca would not do this, but again, Arrow originally Erogane, so yeah. Tosca may be fine, but Saber's been under me this whole time.
おはよう、セイバー。
Mm-hmm.
はい。おはようございます、シロ。
Mm. Now it's a peaceful morning, and now the forest isn't as scary. We exchange awkward pleasantries. Excuse me. Saber slowly gets up and rearranges her blouse. Crap. We're so embarrassed we can't look each other in the eyes.
もう起きられるようになったんだ、セイバー。
はい。魔力の供給を受けられるようになりましたので。
She seems to be back to her normal self. When I carried her here last night, she was so weak it seemed she might disappear at any moment. But that weakness is now gone. Well, that's good. The metaphorical
よかった。
Baoshikawa
成功したんだ。
paid off.
魔術回路の移植は。
The magic circuitry relaxation is gonna actually be a boon for us here.
はい。ですから服を着ていただけませんか、シロ。その格好のままだと私もなぜか話しづらい。
I mean, he only took off his shirt in this version. I looked down at myself.
そうか、そうだよな、そうだった。
I hastily reached for my neatly folded shirt. That was nice of Tosca to fold up like that. Wait, no, I did that. Why did I fold it up so tight? Yeah, that was very weird. Yeah, you're remembering. You went faster than the speed of light, apparently, in this like weird plane of existence with the goddamn dragon of the native Britannia. I vividly recall last night's ritual. I connected with Saber, and Tosca transplanted my magic circuits deep within Saber. Oh my god. Saber looks like she's back to normal, but what happened to me? Tosca warned that my body and my mind may not be able to handle the loss of magic circuits, but I don't feel much damage, nor any huge sense of loss. Well, let me just double check. Got a notification. Let's see. No. Okay. Just double checking to make sure we're all good. I was a little scared, but I checked all my magic circuits myself. The idea of seeing for myself just how much I've lost is terrifying, but we're heading into battle against Berserker, right? Priorities. Priorities. I need to understand my own condition. They made it sound like you would literally lose a piece of yourself over, but I don't know. It seems so far there isn't a consequence, but seeing how Shiro is already such a weakened state as is, am intrigued what this will do to him. That will just make him even in a less powerful state, but maybe, again, he doesn't have unlimited blade work, so he's not going to get the goddamn sabers. He doesn't have Archer's Arm this version, so he can't use, like, goddamn servant weapons like that. His Trace is probably now weaker, / his strengthening magic. But maybe he can somehow use some of Saber's skills? Question mark? I don't know how to explain this. The overall function of my magic circuits feel sluggish, but there doesn't seem to be any obvious damage. I was chewed up into pieces, but my magic circuits are still intact. It looks like I'll still be able to do my strengthening magic. Oh, that's good. Sorry, magecraft.
そうか。これって。
I assume the magic circuits I rarely use were the ones Tosca took. I only activated about 1 to 4 circuits when I do my strengthening magic. Since I cannot do large-scale magecraft anyway, I've never fully activated all of my circuits. I mean, like, is there a number of how many, like, are supposed to be activated in a person? Like, they've never really gone over a specific count, as far as I remember. And so, she transplanted the circuits I don't use to Saber.
シロ、
So, he should be fine, I guess? I closed my eyes to assess my situation. It seems this won't affect my strengthening magic. But this sluggishness, like I'm wading through water, it's because my capacity for magecraft has decreased. I mean, that's not great, seeing how you didn't really have a high threshold to begin with. In exchange, though, I feel like I'm connected to something important deep within myself. I mean, you and Saber are probably linked. Like, for real this time. I can't tell exactly where it's coming from, but there's this faint line connected me and Saber. Also, the red string of destiny in a lot of the Japanese media. I've gained something truly important in exchange for the loss of my circuits and, you know, his level of magecraft. Maybe he will be able to do some Saber stuff in this
申し訳
version.
ありません、シロ。
No need to apologize. It's literally something that I needed to do, he needed to do, because if not, you guys would have been effed by Berserker. Which, again, I'm surprised she could not find you until now. It's like, really, no one could find you while you guys were sleeping. Saber speaks up from somewhere behind me.
シロの回路を得る際に必要最小限にとどめるよう努力はしました。ですが、その最低限の量ですら人から得るには多すぎた。もしやシロに消せない傷跡を残してしまったかと思うと、謝罪の言葉も見当たりません。
Again, for our current situation, it's about living till tomorrow, so I think he'll endure.
これは私の不覚です。私が書くも力足らずでなければ、シロには。
Well, it's not really that. It's more like if... Honestly, it's Shiro. If Shiro wasn't just such an odd existence within this world, you would probably be fine. You would have had your Avalon, most likely. Well, I don't know. If she was summoned with an actual proper mage, I don't think she would get her sheath that, like, does the ultra healing. But she would be a lot more powerful off the
そんな
gate.
ことはない。セイバーは謝らなくていいんだ。そもそもの原因は、俺が魔力の供給をできないでいて、セイバーに迷惑をかけていたからだろ。
I gotta look up what happened to that sheath.
でも、それもこれで解決した。これからは、ちゃんと魔力の供給ができる。ああ、これで本当に、胸を張ってセイバーのマスターだって口にできる。
ですが、シロ。
俺の魔術回路のことは気にしなくていいよ。どうせ使わないものみたいだし、むしろない方がスッキリする。
I wonder by the end of this, when, you know, all said and done, Saber's gone, Shiro's, you know, won, because I assume that's still gonna happen. I wonder, unlike in the Unlimited Blade Work timeline, where Shiro and Rin go off to, like, I think London to join up with basically the Mages Association. I'm pretty sure it's called. I wonder if he can't do that now, because his capacity is thus super low. I wonder. Saber's expression remains clouded. Crap. I never know what to say at times like this. Saber's recovered, and I survived even after the loss of my magic circuits. Saber's magic circuits, the dream of light and wind, and Saber in her youth. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good fucking screenshots. I'm guessing we're probably not going to get a lot of those tonight, so that's fine. We can just push on through, but if we do see some, I do apologize. I want to save some of them because they are really good. The more detailed graphic shots of like the panoramic stuff seems to be what they put most of the time and energy for this remastered. And on top of that, we spent the night touching skin to skin. That you did. And in the other version, you guys had a nasty, weird magic three-way with Rin. That was a ritual for our survival. You keep telling yourself that. I need to be calm. Calm my mind. If I don't focus, I could mess up during battle. Speaking of which, here we go. The sleepy rhythm of Tosca breathing halts, and she grunts. Looks like Tosca's awake, too. I am curious a little, though, on the uncensored version. How the fuck do you transition in the next morning after they, well, did what they did? I see Tosca's hair shift, then her head tilts up. She is not a morning person after all, and does not look her usual sharp self.
Thank you, Tosaka. ちゃんと成功したぞ。
はい。私の魔力の補充はできました。ですがその代わりシロに。
いや、なくなったのは3割ぐらいだと思うから大丈夫。これくらいならなんとか。
What, he lost 30% of his overall magecraft level? Like his output of energy? That could be worse.
3割ですか?
It could be worse, but to be fair again, he doesn't have a lot to work with.
なんとか最初にとどめたというのに、それでも3割とは。我がことながら、なんと強欲な。
I mean, you were hurt. You were hurt massively.
強欲か。そうだな。腹ペコだったにしても、もう少し行儀よくしてほしかったな。
It plays into it. I like this. Yep. Got him. Tosca joining us helps dispel the awkwardness between me and Saber. Now we're back to normal.
そう、じゃあ、いいわね。
Tosca yawns and gets to her feet. Oh yeah, by the way, because now I know the context. Now I know the context. Let me pull it up. Where is it? No. Oh, I don't have it? Fuck. I had the meme. I gotta get my memes on lock. Gotta like have like a specific meme folder to keep all this. No, I don't have it. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. Damn it. Oh, well, never mind, I guess. I don't have it. Seriously? I don't have it? Where the... Ugh. I don't have the meme. No. Damn, really? I thought I saved it. Oh, here it is. Good. Good. Thank you, Reddit. I finally now have context. I finally have context to what the hell this meme was about. I finally know it. It's like, yo, wait a minute. That's so fucked up. This is some fucked up shit. Grunting noise. Kill him, Bazaka. So as I pray, unlimited blade work. So I guess that happened off screen. And he got to do that shit. I imagine he popped off with everything he had left in him. But it's never like stated, at least in this version. At least in this version. Meanwhile, with Shiro, Saiba! Do you like it? Here, Saber. Shiro. Yeah. I've always wondered what the fuck this was, and because I've never seen the Fate route, so now I know. Now I know. Now I know. And now you know. We can all learn something. It's almost time for battle. Somewhere in that forest, Berserker and Eliasville await. That's crazy again that they just did not catch up to you, though. If we don't defeat the Hurricane of Death, everything we did last night was for nothing. Your metaphorical magic sex would be in vain. We can't have that. The connection that was created between me and Saber deep within our hearts. To protect what we created, we will have to defeat the most powerful enemy of all. Interlude. So we're probably going to go over to Eliasville. Their battle comes to an end. The two fought fiercely, and it ended with the disappearance of the Red Knight. Oh! Are we getting context? Maybe we are going to see By My Prey, unlimited blade work. Maybe we will see it. Now a shadow of its former glory, the reception room is in ruins. The floors are cracked and broken. Many of its walls have been knocked down. The stairs have collapsed. Broken marble is scattered across the floor. There is hardly a trace of the reception room's original form. Some might even say time itself has been stolen from this space. Apt choice of words there. After such vast destruction, the scene bears no resemblance to what it was just 2 hours ago. Wait a minute, we only slept for 2 hours? Slept/did our magic, moves on each other. They only did that for 2 hours and they still got slept? A sculpture well suited to such destruction stands in the middle of it all. You know what? Maybe they fought for 2 hours and they went out looking for them. Standing over 2 meters tall, it bears a crude likeness of a man as it roughly is hacked out of stone. Do I see that here? I don't think so. It hardly bears any mentioning. This is Eliasville's servant, Berserker. The giant does not move. The entire body is splattered with red, with several holes torn through it. Not a single inch of the giant's body isn't wounded. 1. Both the legs appear on the verge of collapse. 2. A massive gash on the neck. 3. Arms practically hanging off the elbows. 4. Something that has pierced it from the shoulder to its groin. 5. Blood gushed from its chest. 6. Its belly torn open. I think that's going to be significant if you know Berserker's whole MO. Berserker is not moving. He will. It's clearly a corpse. The battle itself lasted less than an hour. Oh, never mind. So wait. Wow. It lasts less than an hour. And they only got 2 hours of sleep? They gave up after 2 hours? Yeah. The result unexpected. Berserker's master is beside herself. She should be picking off what remained of her prey, but instead she just stands there, staring at the devastation. I guess she never expected it to come down to this. She really thought she was an untouchable foe.
信じられない。何だったのよ、あいつ。
That man right there was someone that you held close to your heart, but had changed due to the world. Her voice is a low mumble now. The battle came as a humiliation to her, for sure. It's not that you didn't win, it's just that he didn't lose. Her servant is the most powerful. Among all heroic spirits, maybe one or two could compete with Heracles, the most renowned hero of all time. See, that's what I mean when they say, like, oh, sabers are the strongest. But it's like, I mean, I guess, but that's on average from the original storyline. Then you get, like, shit like, oh, Gilgamesh, Heracles. Shut the fuck up. Sabers, who cares? Trash. And yet, somehow, Archer defeated him. Really? Really? But they said 6, right? I'm pretty sure they said... Yeah, they said 6. Is he really defeated? Because I feel like I'm pretty sure he's supposed to have... I feel like he is supposed to have more than just that much. Oh yeah, I'm curious. Right, this was the right decision, just to, like, wait. Yeah, we probably would have died if we would have done that. The Red Knight fought on equal ground with Berserker, and in the end even killed Berserker, which nobody else had even thought possible. And for that, he can never be forgiven. To Elia, it as she just been stabbed within her heart by a passing insect. Yo, this insect, though, gave you malaria. Oh. Game? You okay? Alright, that was weird. The game, like, for a second, I think, like, kicked me out for whatever reason. I'll have to keep an eye on this. Yeah, right. She prided herself on being the strongest master. For her to lose to this sort, she should have... I'm sorry. For her to lose to the sort... That's kind of weird. For her to lose to the sort, she should have so casually trampled must be unthinkable. Again, is he down, though? Is he actually down? See? Right there. Right there. That's what I'm saying. I know my Berserker lore. I know Heracles lore in this series. I can't believe you let them beat you 6 times. You weren't going to go easy on him. Were you, Berserker? The statue does not answer. It has neither the time nor the need to do so. Berserker stands still, focusing on healing himself. Even for him, this was an unusual battle. His noble phantasm nullifies any attack, so long as the attack is not of the highest possible class. It won't do so much as a scratch to him, and yet it did. And as such, he is rarely sustained any wound. In his own time, none could harm him after he attained greatness. And this is supposedly in the Fate universe, this is the weakest Heracles. But here and now, he's been hurt 6 times. Archer delivered 6 fatal blows. Each of his attacks was of a different sort. That is because even the strongest attacks won't work twice on Berserker. Strange as this battle was, the most truly bizarre part of it was, if Archer was a hero with so many different abilities, his identity should have been obvious. But even after his body was pulverized, Archer's identity remained a mystery. What was really surprising was how he carried himself in a way that seemed contradictory as a servant. A faint light flickers in the pupils of Berserker. Berserker, a normal, rational servant, he would probably feel pretty bad about this battle went. Whatever his identity might have been, Archer was a rare and formidable adversary. His journey made him into an unprecedented adversary for most, that's for sure. If only Berserker's sanity hadn't been taken from him, he would have fought to his heart's content and maybe even enjoyed himself right there. So yeah, there is lore that you do have to get into with other stuff, as per usual with Fate, but there is a stronger Berserker. There's a stronger Heracles that we actually do not see, and that kind of hints at it. How dare they insult me after I was going to kill them all? Ilya's voice echoes in the shattered hall. Where are your servants? Don't you have like 2 maids? Whatever tiny embers of rationality might have been returning to him are immediately snuffed out by her voice. He is just Berserker now. He locked back into his role. His role is to overwhelm and annihilate his master's enemies. Berserker does not need to answer. So long as the wound doesn't kill him, he will heal in moments. But these are pretty intensive wounds. But to completely recover from this would take as much as 3 days. Mark, command spell. The giant silently objects. It's as almost instinctive. At least when it comes to a fight, Berserker has instincts similar to Saber. He can certainly destroy his enemies easily enough, but if Saber has recovered enough that she could use her noble phantasm, that will be a different story. Yeah. Essentially, Berserker in this, outside of a wandering Gilgamesh, he is the strongest. Just outright the strongest servant in a head-to-head match. And because Saber is just weakened enough, in a regular fight, she loses 9 out of 10 times. If not almost 10 out of 10 times. But the fact that she has her noble phantasm up her sleeve, her true noble phantasm, not the fucking wind current shit, that's her ace in the hole to be, the strongest. It's like, that's really it. Berserker will not fall to a mere scared sword, but there is always the small chance of something going wrong. I do like they are giving him more dialogue as a narration, kind of Hunter x Hunter style. His instincts tell him that he should be completely prepared before facing the servant, respecting Saber. You say that, but you did not expect Archer. Even if you have someone like Berserker, you always should prepare for the worst.
ここまで私たちをバカにした奴らを見逃してやるっていうの？バーサーカー。そうでしょ？誰一人として私の森からは逃がさないわ。うん。リンとセーバーはバーサーカーにあげるね。殺すなりもてあそぶなり好きにしていいわ。
Yo, this one, they were really trying to make her not as sympathetic as the other versions. Ilya hops down from the stairs. She walks through the rubbles to the exit without a moment concern for Berserker, bloodied as he is. But suddenly, she stops as she is remembering something.
さあ、狩りを始めましょう、バーサーカー。だけど、セイバーのマスターは簡単に殺しちゃダメだよ。シローには一番ひどい死に方をさせてあげるんだから。
Again, like the blissful ignorance or like purity of a child amped up to a unsatiable level is truly terrifying, is what they're trying to depict here. Even though she's not a real child to the people that know, still quite terrifying. Here we go. Ilya heads out of the castle, giggling happily. The sun is about to rise. Ilya knows the forest is like... She knows the forest like the back of her own hand. Of course she does. She won't have any trouble finding her prey. I mean, you say that. Her targets have only minutes to live. Bet. And I don't know why, but I'm forced out of the ruins. Tosuke kicks me out, saying that girls have to make some adjustments and change and stuff like that. Yo, you guys had metaphorical sex. And in the other version, you actually had magic sex. What do you mean I can't be in the goddamn room?
くそ、何言ってんだ。男だっていろいろある。
Yeah, but we don't have much to do, okay? I lean against the wall as I grumble, and I guess, well, I sound like a sore loser, and that's exactly as it is. Oh, nice sky. Again, the scenery shots are nice. I remember, and I tried to shake off my desires. I can't think about that right now. I mean, you busted, man. That's essentially what it is, and you're still going. He still wants to go back. If I keep lingering on the memories with Saber, I'm a dead man, more than anything. It would be rude to Saber. Fair? The situation does call for you to be a little bit more straightforward. I made contact with Saber to save her. I shouldn't have any other feelings for Saber, but it's her route, so you have to. What a crook. It's such a pathetic excuse. Even I don't believe it. I can't forget what happened with Saber. But I need to for now. Honestly, I don't have time to worry about that kind of stuff. Our concerns right now is to fight Berserker.
そうだ。自分にできることをやらないと。あいつだって最後にそう言ってたじゃないか。
Like he's a Baki character. I think back to Archer and his back. I never warmed up to him, but every word he said stuck with me. I stare at a tree branch. There's only so much I can do. I may not be much help, but I'm going to do whatever I can. For starters, I snap off a nearby tree branch. Then I try to find other straight branches.
終わったから入ってきて。
Tosca's voice reaches me in my search. I head back to the ruins, carrying the branches I collect. Whether I can act anything approaching normal around Saber after looking her into her heart, however briefly.
こちらですシロ。リンから話があるそうです。
I guess I was worrying over nothing. Saber is her usual self. Sure. Unlike me, immature as I am, she probably is just approaching this pragmatically. You should know better.
ああ、今行く。
Damn, I'm not gonna let this get me down. I'm so damn dumb being the only one blushing over this, so I'm gonna do my best to keep my composure here.
来たわね。それじゃあ作戦会議を始めるけど、会議って言っても口論し合う暇はないわ。バーサーカーを倒す方法も限られているし、とりあえず私の話を聞いてもらえる？
Saber and I nod.
作戦としては単純よ。まともな方法じゃバーサーカーとは勝負にならない。勝つためには奇襲。仕掛けたのなら反撃させずに一撃で首を落とすのが絶対条件だと思う。同感です。バーサーカーと打ち合ったところで、あれには致命傷を与えられません。倒すのならば、打ち合いの外から消すべきでしょう。
打ち合いの外からって、バーサーカーが俺たちに気づく前に先回りして襲うってことか。
Snipe.
そりゃ、あいつと正面から戦うのは無謀だけど、そっちの方はもっと無謀だ。あいつが奇襲なんてさせる玉か？
ええ、バーサーカーに気づかれずに近寄るなんて都合のいい作戦はやらないわよ。
That's true. That's true.
あっちにはイリアスフィールがいるんだもの。少なくともセイバーとシローの気配は簡単に感知されるわ。私は気配を隠せるから大丈夫だけど。
Well, isn't that good for you? I don't understand the logic, but I get the sense that Ilya can detect me and Saber. Well, yeah, because they're masters and they have kind of like that JoJo sense thing, and now she's no longer a master, so. And if Tosca's the only one who can conceal herself.
奇襲をするのは遠坂だって言うんじゃないだろうな。
当然でしょ。一番に狙われてるのはシローなんだし、この中で一番動きやすいのは私だもの。隙をついて後ろからバッサリやるのは任せなさい。
後ろからバッサリって、バーサーカーがそんな甘いわけないだろう。
そりゃそうよ。だからセイバーに隙を作ってもらうの。セイバー、体はどのくらい回復した？通常戦闘ならば問題はありません。ですが、宝具の使用は避けるべきです。
Yeah, seeing how we led to that entire mess to begin with. Let's not do
今のマル
that.
クでは、おそらく使った瞬間に体を維持できなくなる。たとえ使ったとしても純度は落ちていますから、バーサーカーを倒せるとは思えません。
So even now, her noble phantasm, comparatively beforehand, is not at full power to, I guess, what she did against Ryder. And using it against Ryder is still not even at her full power. So, yet again, they really are trying to nail it home more so in this route. That Saber is weak. She is nerfed as all hell.
ええ、それで十分よ。セイバーにはバーサーカーと打ち合ってもらうわ。もちろん、シロも一緒。
I will have Saber be the one to fight Berserker, obviously, with Shiro, of course.
私は隠れて様子を見る。イリアスフィールから見れば私はおまけみたいなものだし、いなければ二人を見捨てて逃げたとか思うんじゃないか。はあ、
Smart.
それはまあ可能性はなくはありませんが。可能性が低いならあげて。シローはイリアスフィールと仲がいいみたいだし、うまく話せば騙せるんじゃない？
that was beforehand. Now it's more like a psychotic child trying to get her way, so probably not. Tosuka looks at me meaningfully.
反論はあるけど引き受けた。遠坂は逃げたって言えばイリアはまず信じるよ。あの子は人の言葉を疑わないと思う。
だとしても問題はあります。私がバーサーカーと対峙するのはいい。ですがシローに同じことはさせられません。シローでは誰もシローに殴り合えなんて言ってないわ。シローは
He's
セイ
gonna
バ
try
ーか
to,
ら離
though.
れて後
He
方して
absolutely will.
セイバーだけじゃバーサーカーを押し切るのは難しいから危なくなったら助けてあげて。
Mm-hmm.
バカな。シローはリンのように魔術に長けてはいない。援護と言っても何を。それはシローが考えて。
Can he, like, strengthen Saber? It's mostly inorganic stuff, or non-sentient stuff, I should say, mixed with his self. But, like, in theory, could he, like, use Trace on for Saber?
もっともバーサーカー相手だとマスターが介入する余裕なんてないわ。シローだけじゃなくて私だって手を出せばセイバーの足を引っ張るもの。
It probably would be infinitesimal, though, I guess.
それでも一人だって遊ばせる余裕はないの。シローが殺されればセイバーもおしまいっていうのは分かってるけど、ここはそうしてもらうわ。初めから掛け声。それはそうですが。
Saber makes a face and falls silent. Since Tosca's gone quiet too, she must understand how reckless her proposal is. I cannot blame them for being worried the night I met Saber. The night Berserker attacked. The only thing I managed to use to defend her was my very own body. There's a strong possibility that we're headed towards a repeat of what happened that night. So while it may be best for me to distance myself from the battlefield, I'm not going to do so unless they force me to.
遠くからの援護は何とかしよう。
They're like, what? You're not going to just be the goddamn hero and be like, I got this, guys. No, he doesn't. No, he's learned. He's learned and he has come close to death one too many times to know, like, oh yeah, I'm not built for this.
離れたところからセイバーを援護すればいいんだろ。それなら何とかなると思う。
I grabbed the tree branch I've gathered earlier, as I said I would. They're just the right length and exactly the right kind of flexibility. This is the first time I've done this kind of strengthening, but I don't think I'm wrong in the principle here. Basically, I just need to layer my strengthening until it turns into something substantial. Besides, he had something like this, so I can use it as a reference. On top of that, magical energy has been flowing through my body for a while now. All I have to do is to repeat my usual process. I will analyze its basic structure and change it. I analyze the material's composition and reinforce it. Here we go, trace. Starting from the branch, my result should be his bow, but something's missing. I need to think of this from the standpoint of creation. If I want to make something as close as possible to a real thing, I need to envision everything I can about it, down to the smallest detail. So is he going to try and make Archer's arrow? I opened my eyes. The warped branch was the right shape, but something wasn't.
似ても似つかね
Is that what he made, or is that what he got, like, in his mind from imagining the bowstring? Because either way, it's still cool. Either way. It's ugly and distorted, and yet I can tell it will work fine as a bow. Now I just have to create an arrow from An arrow following the same concept. So this is a lot better than he normally does. He's actually like strengthening the objects as he normally does, but then he's like almost manipulating its structure to now genuinely have it be something else, which they've gone over a little bit of the rules for this.
シンジとの一見でなんとなくコツが分かった。遠坂も言ってただろ。力みすぎるなって。
そう。まあ手段ができたのはいいことだし、今はいいわ。
And it's not going to be close up. It's not going to be close up. It's going to be well in the distance. But doesn't he have that injury like in the other routes? So I don't know how good he is at shooting right now.
話を戻すけど。とにかく2人にはバーサーカーと戦ってもらう。私はあらかじめ木に登って上から様子を観察してるから。で、セイバーがなんとかバーサーカーに隙を作ったら、死角である頭上からとっておきの宝石を使い切ってバーサーカーを串刺しにする。
You're gonna dive bomb him? Oh man, this does not feel like a good
作戦
plan.
としてはそれだけの単純なものだけど。
I guess. Tozuko turns her attention to us, checking whether we have any questions.
宝石というのはリンの魔術ですか?
Yeah, her gem magic craft thing.
だとしても生半可な魔術ではバーサーカーの体には届きません。彼を傷つけるには最大純度の攻撃でなければならないのですから。
Yeah. I mean, even like saber stuff that cancels out mage craft isn't anywhere near berserkers. And even her own innate magic stuff was not working on them too. So it's like, I don't know if your gems are going to even do anything if you got close to him.
わかってる。要するに A 判定の攻撃でないとダメなんでしょ?
Right, the fucking ranks. As she says that, Tosuko pulls several jewels from her pocket. Yeah? How many you have, A, and where are you keeping them? B, do they really, like, stack that good?
その宝石は?
What are these jewels?
私が物心ついた時からために貯めた貯金みたいなものよ。これ一つで A 判定の大魔術を即座に発生させられる。10個あったんだけどね。一つはあなたに使っちゃったわ。
Did she? I forget that. But now she has, so she has different classes of gems. I guess that makes sense, seeing that is her family's style. But these 10 right here specifically are A rank.
そうか。
All right, Rin. All right.
あの時の魔術ならば、
I underestimate
確か
you.
にバーサーカーは防げない。
Okay. So we're
彼には
gonna
私の
blow
よう
him
な
up.
大魔力はありません。魔術であっても、それが A 判定なら
Oh,
ば
true. He
問
doesn't
題な
have.
く貫通する。
It's not resistance. It's just a threshold limiter.
そういうことよ。本当は小出ししていこうと思ったけど、悠長なことは言ってられないわ。バーサーカーには特別に2つか3つは叩き込んでやるんだから。
2 or 3. I guess you don't want to blow your entire load. Tozuko puffs out her chest with confidence. Well, let's see how it actually plays out first. However,
おい、なんか半端にせこくないか、お前。
同感です。私が言えることではありませんが、せめて半分使い切るぐらいの気前の良さが必要だと思うのですが。
On the circumstances, you should be using at least half of your stock. Yeah, I mean, with Berserker, round up.
何よ、そんなの人の勝手でしょ?
True, it's your stuff, but like, our lives are on the line. Don't go half-handed in this.
あなたたちね、私がどれほど苦労してここまで貯めたって思ってるのよ。
Sure. I'm sure it was hard, but like, there's no point in you saying it was hard to save it up if you can't live to tell the story about it. Saber and I protest silently. Tozuko's life's depended on this operation too. We can't let ourselves fail just because she's being stingy. It's the right
分か
reaction.
ったわよ。半分使えばいいんでしょ? 使えば。
Fine. Use half. use 5 of them. Even though, again, I feel like we should probably use like 7 or 8.
何よ、言ってみただけじゃない。私だってそれくらい分かってるんだから。
Mm-hmm.
とにかく作戦はそれだけよ。
Right, so Saber's going to hit him hard from the front. Shiro's going to provide assistance from the back. After all the prep setup is by Rin, she'll fade off, and then when he least expects it, dive bomb from above him, which should be a quote weak spot, and then blow him up.
あとは私が隠れられて、シロがセイバーの援護をしやすい場所を探さなくちゃ。イリアスフィールが来る前にいい場所を見つけましょう。
Again, you do have to worry about Ilia's field because she does have magic in of herself, so she's going to fuck up some part of this plan. We can't stay in these ruins anymore. And like Tosca said, we need to find a place where we can lie low and wait for Berserker. But before that... Decisions. Let me see the skill tree. The flow chart. I mean, again, this is Saber's route, so I would imagine we should be more worried about Saber than Tosca. But me as the reader, I would definitely say I'm more worried about Tosca because, like, technically, I feel like you have the hardest mission of all. You gotta, like, lure them in, fuck off somewhere, and not get captured, wait for the right moment, then dive bomb Berserker from above, and then drop these bombs on him. That's a lot. That's a lot of work to do. But we're going to go with Saber. Wonder if Saber really is okay. She says she has no problems fighting, but it wouldn't be hard for her to go up against Berserker when she's so weak. Or I suppose I'm more concerned about her noble phantasm. That's what Saber said. That means she will disappear the instant she uses that attack.
はい。何でしょうか、シロ。
ああ、戦う前に一つ約束してくれないか。
ええ、それが私にできることならば構いませんが。
That will be the question. Now, won't it?
そのさ、どんな状況になってもあの宝具は使わないでほしいんだ。地上であんなものを使ったら大事だし、それにバーサーカーを倒せてもセイバーが死ぬなんていうのは嫌だ。
I don't think that's a promise she's going to be able to keep, my man, especially if it's for you.
ええ、分かっています。私も宝具を使う気はありません。今の魔力でバーサーカーを倒せるとは限りませんし、何より消えてしまっては聖杯を手に入れられない。
You know, I just realized we had this entire plot point with goddamn Berserker and Ilia. We haven't even gotten back to Ku, Lancer. We haven't gotten back to the goddamn assassin in this case, which should still be Sasaki. And then Caster. We still have to do that entire plot line, right? I just realized that. And the golden hair fuckboys out there too. So it's like, yeah, how much more of the story do we still have left? This feels like we're summing up a major climax. Yeah, wow. That's actually insane to think about, but no, there's still like a lot of the story still left to do. She is as direct as ever. It's a relief to hear.
よし、いつものセイバーだ。うんざりするほど冷静で安心した。
それはどういう意味でしょうか、シロ。
I'm saying you're usually monotone, Saber. That's what he's trying to say, but he likes that you're getting the shades of your personality out now. And I do too.
はいはないよ。いいから外に出よう。遠坂を待たせるとまた文句を言われるからな。
そうですね。リンはシロに文句を言うのが趣味のようですから。
Yeah. And with that kind of weird observation, Saber turns to leave the ruins. But then, she trips on a chunk of rubble and stumbles forward. I quickly grab her hand from behind.
うわ足元危ないぞ。散らかってるんだから気をつけないと。
They just can't help themselves. Oh my god, they just can't help themselves. It's her route. It is her route. But I'm just thinking about the uncensored version and all that cringe. I'm like, yo, goodness. You guys went insano style here last night. Even in this version, the metaphorical magic intercourse that they had with each other to save her was still very heavy-handed at times. It's like, okay, I get what you guys are saying. I got it. I got it. Well, of course, now holding her hand, Saber seems to blush. Look at that. Would you look at that? She has emotions.
セイバー、どうした？なんかあったのか？
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが、手を握られていると、その。
Saber turns a deep crimson. She must look like I did a few minutes ago. I find myself blushing now, too. With her hand in mine, I suddenly remember the sensation I had felt with Saber and quickly pull my hand back. Just go forward, man. Go forward. That's at least one thing I'm still giving to Heaven's Field Shiro. At least he, like, got the deed done. But maybe in all the routes, he gets all the deeds done. It's just Heaven's Field adaptation said, no, he actually did get all of it done. I'm like, alright, whatever. Fine. I'll count it as they already have, but it's like, come on now, guys. You went through that entire thing. You guys can hold hands. You can hold hands. The two of us standing rigidly, saying nothing.
外に行ってよ。早く行かないと時間がない。
そうですね。急ぎましょう、シロ。
Oh, you two are so adorable, trying to not say the obvious things of, you know, oh, wait, we're a lot closer now. We head out after the bit of awkwardness. Once we're outside, we'll never come back here. Yeah, this is the fuck house now. It's the goddamn getting it on shack. I look back towards the ruin for the last time and then turn back to the battlefield. Okay. Well, this place is a nice forest, a little, when it's in the morning. Yeah. That would have been Rin. That would have been for Rin, but it's like, nah. I need my saber. Here we go. Smackdown time. The sun is rising, and a white layer of morning mist blankets the forest. Compared to the much denser forest around us, this is a good vantage
どうした
point.
か？ここ悪くないんじゃないのか？
そうね。条件はいくらかクリアしてるけど、見晴らしが良すぎるのがどうもね。これじゃあ私はともかくセイバーとシローの逃げ道がないもの。
Tosca is such a perfectionist if she's even considering an escape route. And in this case, you do need someone like this.
他を渡りましょう。大丈夫。まだ時間はあるわ。
Alright, let her do her thing. Tosca returns to the forest. But Saber stands motionless, staring off into the distance. This is an interesting POV. We've never really seen this from Saber.
セイバー、何してるのよ。早くしないとイリアスフィールに。
Oh, are they right here? Yep. That's a yep. That's a yippers. A chill runs down my spine. I could never forget this feeling. I can't see him or feel his presence, but there's a sudden weight of air pressuring down around me. Is definitely coming from him. No, not the blue light. They really try to make her unsympathetically, like, twisted in this version. Ilya's voice echoes from somewhere within the forest. Beyond the mist, from deeper into the forest, a dark figure appears. Bring it, you little shit. Maybe it's because we're in the clearing with an open view of the sky, but it feels like Ilya is peeking down at us from up in the clouds. Knowing her abilities, probably.
もうシロを見つけたの？
Did she find
まずい。
Shiro
ここじゃ
already?
視界が広すぎる。って何よこのスピード。これじゃあ2分かからない。
If that.
ちょっと何のんびりしてるのよ2人とも。ここじゃまずいって言ってるでしょ。早く場所を変えないと。
I mean, you're not gonna probably have another place to go. It's probably make or break now. Tosuka grabs our hands, but it's too late.
ここでいい、トサカ。3人で戦えるだけでも良好なんだ。これ以上は求められない。
Hmm.
バカ
Fate will not give us
それが
more.
まずいんだってば。ここじゃ横幅がありすぎるの。セイバーだけじゃバーサーカーを止められないし、いくら離れてたってあんたも前に入っちゃうじゃない。
トサカが心配してくれてるのは分かってる。けど危険なのはみんな一緒だ。それにこうなっちゃ逃げ道なんかないんじゃないのか。
それはそうだけど。
セイバーもいいな。ここでバーサーカーを迎え撃つ。
Saber nods quietly.
もう分かったわよ。簡単にやられたら怒るからね。
Yeah, we will be too. We will be too. Tosuka, apparently convinced, disappears into the mist. Once she goes into action, she acts quickly. She darts into the forest and then scrambles up a tree. Like the squirrel.
準備はいいか。
They're coming, Saber. Are you ready?
あなたも戦いが始まったら決してここから前には出ないように。何があろうとバーサーカーをここには近づけさせません。
Believe. Teamwork. Goddamn flashbangs. The mist wavers. Oh no, that's a good shot. I gotta screenshot it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I have to screenshot it. It looks so cool. Hold on. I gotta take all this off the screen. Yes. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. There we go. My goodness, that's a nice shot. Yo, why is this part of the story, like the 2/3 part of the story, now giving me like good shots? There was like barely any of this in the beginning. A dark shadow spreads across the clearing. A mad warrior, led by a pale girl, steps into view.
意外ね。てっきり最後まで逃げ回るとばかり思ってたのに。それとももう観念したの？お兄ちゃん。
More like die with dignity, you know, that kind of shit. Ilya is about 40 meters away from me. We face each other from opposite ends of the clearing.
セイバーは治ったんだ。そっか。だから逃げ回るのはやめにしたのね。欲しいな。そんなことで私に勝てると思うのは可愛いんだけど。残念ね。 シロはここで死ぬんだもの。
Her giggles echo within the forest. Apparently, that ticks her off. Saber, still standing beside me, is practically vibrating with animosity. She might launch herself forward at any moment.
もうつまんないな。ずいぶん無口になっちゃったのね。もしかして殺されるのは怖いの？そんなのもったいないよ。今命乞いをすれば私も許してあげないこともないんだから。
As fun as that would be for you, you also would be hella disappointed if that was the case. You need to earn back your own pride, seeing how Archer humiliated you in your own way. So, come on now. We all know the game. Tosca's probably in position. She's probably she probably want to be as close as the center of the clearing as she can.
そう、あくまでそういう態度なんだ。なら、もうおしゃべりはここまでだね。リンともども殺してあげ。
Hold on. Just want to make sure. Okay, camera's good. Camera's good. You realize no Rin.
リンはどうしたの？シロ。
Why would I tell you? Why on earth do you think I would tell you? I have to give it to Berserker's master. She knows better than to overlook any details.
遠坂はここにはいない。あいつと俺たちは塔に別れた。
別行動を取ったの？そっか。セイバーを連れてるシロは足手まといだものね。リン一人ならもっと遠くに逃げられる。
そういうことだ。もうとっくに森を出てるだろう。今から追っても間に合わないぞ。
そうかしら。この森はアインツベルンの結界よ。誰が入ってきて誰が出ていったかぐらいはわかるんだから。あれから外に出た人間は一人もいない。
Damn.
リンはまだ森にいるわ。探し出すのはこの後でも十分よ。
Well, good thing she doesn't know specific locations. That would be terrible. Well, that's a relief. If Elia only detects who's going in and out of the forest, then she doesn't know where Tosca is now. That, and she believed my story pretty easily. Elia is a truly merciless master, but is she too merciless to have a chance to start over?
イリア、戦う前にもう一度だけ聞くぞ。
She gave us the ultimatum. Now we gotta give her one.
マスターを辞めて、こんな戦いをやめることはできないのか？
できないよ。おじいさまの言いつけだもの。バーサーカーがいる限り、私はアインツベルンのマスターなの。イリアは他のマスターたちを殺して、聖杯を持ち帰らなくちゃいけ
You
ないんだから。
need to? You need to. Is that something truly needing of you? Just saying.
それに、もう一度だけ聞くのはこっちだよ。
You already have.
私はアインツベルンの当主だから、あんな言葉二度は言わないわ。けど、シローが答え直すって言うんなら、
I've
ちゃん
already.
と聞いてあげてもいい
We've
わよ。
already given you multiple answers. No. She sounds almost hopeful. Yeah, she really wants him to give in, but it's like, nope. As long as I have Saber with me, I can't agree to what she's asking.
答えは変わらない。俺はセイバーのマスターだ。
That's who he is.
お前がマスターを辞めないって言うんなら、バーサーカーを倒して辞めさせる。
I look at both Elia and Berserker and say that, damn, y'all saying Berserker, like, hey, we're coming for you. Bro! Yo, they did not take that kindly. And in that instant, the air in the clearing tenses with a sharp, snapping sound. This fucking juxt over here is crazy.
そうなら本気で殺してあげる。
Do your best.
その思い上がりと一緒に粉々に砕いてあげるわシロ。
Seriously, you're one to talk, but whatever. Oh, that's something I feel like we have not seen. What is this? It's like her entire body is like A, command spells, but B, like she can activate all of her circuits in one fell swoop. Like her entire body is activated at 100%. Also, beyond that, some of these line works are a bit interesting. They're interesting designs and placements. And I think that's all I'm gonna say on that. What the heck's that? There's some sort of inscription appearing on Ilia's face. No, it's not just her face. It's a huge command spell covering her entire body, but I can't even see it at this distance. It's so much more massive than the one we have. Well, the command spells also are supposed to represent the locations of the family crest that each mage does possess. Shiro doesn't have one, but still he gets a command spell. Because you know the story with Ilia and her Einsberg family, it actually makes sense that it would be her entire body, considering what she is.
遊びは終わりよ。蹴散らしなさいヘラクレス。
Come on, then. Come on. Ilia's voice is completely lifeless. In response, the giant behind her howls. His fucking text bubbles. His roar shakes the earth. His screams and thrashes like he lost his mind. The ability grows even more powerful, like his body is swelling from deformed masses.
理性を奪っていただけで凶暴化させていなかったというのか。
I'm not surprised Saber is shuddering. Even I, who cannot gauge the warrior's strength, can tell I shouldn't be getting anywhere near that
リケ
monster.
近寄る者はみんな殺しちゃえバーサーカー。
No going back. The air explodes. The giant blows a roar so different from its anguished wail and leaps. Like goddamn Hulk over here, man. All right, it's time. A strike of silver surges forward in answer. Berserker lands in the middle of the clearing. The earth shakes. Saber's interception Berserker as if stopping a following meteorite. All right, this is cool. Again, the visuals are a lot better than in the beginning. It's like watching a mythical battle unfolding right before me. Yo, look at my boy Berserker over here. Just, Bud is ready to go in. If people don't know, go check it on the channel in the post. My new character design for my OC is heavily inspired by Berserker. In a forest surrounded by a morning mist, two shadows clash relentlessly. Berserker is simply overwhelming. Berserker's swipes are like whirlwinds, his downward strikes like waterfalls. Even Saber wouldn't survive a direct hit. But Saber deflects his every attack without faltering or hesitating. She swipes aside the barrage of strikes raining on her like a raging storm. To fail would mean being cut down on the spot. To Saber, each of the rapid blows seemed to strike with her opponent's full might. This clash of swords echoed around the clearing. Berserker has greater reach. I mean, yeah, is he like 8 foot tall? Of course he does. And she's like 4 foot something. Like, she's like approximately like half his height. And Berserker is faster. Berserker has more stamina. He's just built. He's just built for this. He's built for close quarter combat. All Saber can do is parry the titanic surges of wind Berserker swings to mitigate the sheer strength. All just to avoid being cut in half. Berserker is like a broken jackhammer. His blade spins in all directions, annihilating everything in its path. Just getting in reach could only be fatal. There would be no hope of escape. They'd get caught in this whirlwind of blade and ground to dust. No normal human would have a chance against it. And if getting close can only mean death, then the only option is fleeing. But Saber steps into this whirlwind and doesn't retreat. She'd be shattered to pieces. The sword sparks off her, slowly chipping her armor away. Standing in the middle of the vortex, she could be dead within a heartbeat. But she stands tall. I can only hold my breath. In ancient times, heroes who fought dragons, demonic beasts, have all been like this, like her. Yo, bud, where are your archer abilities now? Start going in. They know perfectly well how vast the gap in strength between them is. But they bet everything on a 1 in a million shot. A true hero. A seething mass of violence beyond anything humans are capable of. They just defend until a single opportunity will present itself. Many warriors have died without ever seeing that miracle they were waiting for. That's exactly what this battle is. It is a glamorous, eye-catching battle, but... Oh, jeez. I didn't even mean to exit. There we go. It only ends one way. Saber's defeat. Each of the blows are chipping away more at her. She is for sure on the pushback. Berserker roars, shakes the ground. The sheer whirlwind of his frenzy churns up the atmosphere and sends Saber flying as she tries to defend. Every time Berserker attacks, chips away a bit at Saber's armor, she's thrown to the ground, but instead of remaining down or on her knees, Saber charges right back at Berserker every time. Here we go, but she's at her limit. Saber is breathing labored, and her movements are visibly slowing. There won't be any opening unless you make one, man. In a few moments, Berserker's titanic weapon is going to shatter Saber's sword. Wow, Excalibur is going to get shattered? I gripped the bow I made. I'm going to... Save's coming. By the way, music? Believe. Remember what Archer said. Do what you can. Yo, if only he was Sukuna. Fuga. Give her that chance, man. Lock in. The moment Saber goes flying, I fire at Berserker. This is not going to hurt him, but should at least get his attention. Yo, did they not even get close? They, like, get destroyed from, like, the air? There hits Berserker squarely on the temple, but it doesn't even leave a scratch. I can't even get his attention. Crazy. The giant does not block the arrow. He doesn't need to even seem to care. True, she did say that. Hush, hush you. Elia laughs, echoes through the forest. Damn, we should have probably aimed at Elia. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Maybe we should have aimed at Elia. But then she would have engaged. Was that not the right decision? Damn, I might have made the wrong decision. I can't do anything. Saber's about to collapse right in front of me, but I can't do anything. I'm powerless. No matter what I do, I can't hurt Berserker. And I'm just distracting Saber. A slash. Saber sinks into the ground all the way to her ankles as she parries a massive blow. The parrying blade is swift, but heavy. The axe sword strikes down from overhead. Brutal, powerful weapon grazes Saber's armor as she dodges, then tears upon the earth itself. My jaw is clenched so hard my teeth are going to shatter. Is there really nothing I can do? I can't protect Saber. I can't fight alongside her. There's nothing I can do. All I can do is... True, the image training. Baki style, man. Image training. If you can't foresee winning in real life, imagine that you could. Basically, be delusional. Be delusional. It will be your guiding hand. Archer said something like that. Can he... Is he going to actually do it? Yeah. What he was saying again. It wasn't one of his typical side remarks. What he said had weight and importance to it. I need to understand. Then again, probably everything he told me was a warning I shouldn't ignore. You have no idea. Saber goes flying. This time, it's not because she leaped away to evade, but Berserker hit her this time. The hurricane slashes strike within Saber's side. She stumbles. Coughing violently, she grips her weapon tighter and turns back towards Berserker. The giant doesn't miss the opening. Saber finally provides. Come on. My voice doesn't reach them. Shouting would be useless. Trying to use my bow like Archer would be pointless. I don't understand yet. What can I do? What should these hands of mine do? That's right. What do I need to do to save Saber? Oof. Yo, camera. Or goddamn, web. I can't use a bow. A spear won't pierce him. Having a weapon just like the enemy is no solution either. To go up against this giant, a sword. Yes, a sword to cut through a mountain of stone. I like what they did there. An opulent sword, sharper than sharp, that would never dull. A true king's sword, able to cut down enemies in a single blow. Is he making like a real Excalibur? Like the mythical Excalibur in lore? Like the golden sword I saw within my dream. A sword fit for her. Come on. Firmly grasp it, as Patrick would say. Let's do it. I'm not too sure how this works, but fuck it. My head hurts. I try to fight down the nausea, but I never take my eyes off of Saber. Strangely, though, the longer I watch Saber fall, the more this indescribable pain assaults me. Saber and Berserker seem to be moving in slow motion. Ooh, red text. I see a row of switches line up. Saber coughs, and for a brief second, she arches within pain. Berserker smashes his axe sword down towards her with all his might. It's as if there's a row of nails in need of hammering down. It's like he's knocking down dominoes. The switch flips. Come on, man. Berserker's axe sword cuts down Saber. She's going to die. The strike splits Saber in half at the waist. Pieces of her flesh are flying. Not this time, man. Come on, man. The only thing that's going to fly into pieces of armor. Berserker only split the armor. Saber left herself open to bait Berserker into a single huge swing. And with every ounce of her strength, she then proceeds to rush him. A black roar rips through the air. How do they know it's black? Whatever. But he can't escape now. Berserker is right in front of her. She shifts with the grip of her sword and darts within closer. And then swings with all her might. Come on. Get it. Let's go, my king. I don't believe this. Saber's attack hits home, and the giant, who had seemed so invulnerable, flies back several meters. And then... So he doesn't summon the sword? Then comes the true attack. Here she comes. She must intend to release the attack from as close as possible. Oh, Rin. Tosca jumps down from the branch above and throws the jewels at Berserker as she falls. What? Okay, how you say this? 9, 8, 7. Steel Sakbit Arn. I'm so sorry. So sorry to anyone right now. There she goes. Launches her attacks. There's a good action panel for her. Among those shards are the 3 giant spear-shaped icicles, each packed with enough magical energy to blow away an entire mansion to smithereens. Ilya, quite quiet until now, suddenly screams at her servant. The pride that she must now lose to say, oh, you have to dodge, Berserker. You need to dodge now. She must have sensed the danger, but it's now too late. With the ice spears art falling, they accelerate towards Berserker. He cannot possibly dodge, but will he tank it? A 1 in a million opportunity. Saber desperately attacks perfectly, coordinated with the ice bullets. Has more than enough magical energy to kill Berserker. So what's going to go wrong? What's going to go wrong?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Here we go. Here we go. Can't make it this easy, of course. The axe sword slices through the air, even as Saber drives him back. He switches to a single-handed grip. Ah. He switches to a single-hand grip on his axe sword and shatters all three. Damn! Wait, they don't pop off like a bomb effect? He just can slash them? Blood splatters the clearing. Maybe it's his one-arm swing, but if he fails to completely destroy the ice, when it strikes, it severs one of Berserker's arms. All right, that's something. And that's not all. The ice freezes over Berserker's arm, completely restraining it. But it only got one arm. Saber cries out. It's a reasonable response. Berserker catches Tosca with his good arm as she falls. Oh, no. Oh, my God, she's dead. No, she's dead. Is Tosca going to die in this version? Oh, my God. Yo. Again, the fucking size difference. Like, her waist is like the palm of my hand. The length. And he's just, like, gripping her down, man. Gripping her down. By the way. Oh, shit. That was not what I was trying to do. They're trying to give her a little bit more than I remember Tosca having. Just saying. Tosca face twist within pain. Berserker will have no trouble crushing her with his hand. I mean, just the force of grabbing her, I feel like, would just shatter ribs. Like Superman trying to catch people. Realistically, I feel like anyone he tries to catch is like, as he's going fast, just get crushed. I run. I don't care if I get dragged them down. It doesn't matter if I can't do anything. I'm not going to let Tosca die. Saber must be too weak to even stand, but somehow she gets to her feet. Tosca must be in anguishing pain, but she stretches a hand out as she hangs her head downward. She does have more of those bombs, but I'm concerned now. And then... Get the fuck out of here. We're going to give her a moment like, wow, this is so not her arc. This is so not her route. Is she really going to get a goddamn moment like this? Rin? She grins wickedly. Bro. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta take another screenshot. I need another screenshot. Hold on. There we go. Much better. Much better. Bro. If they're doing what I think they're gonna do, this would be a bold choice, because in every other route, even in Heaven's Feel, as far as I remember, she lives. Save that previous image. Yeah, like in every other version, at least the other two I've seen, I don't know what goes on in Extra, the Hollow one. I don't know what goes on there, but it's like, she lives. in almost every other one. In this one, does she die? Does she actually die? Yo, once again, I have to raise the table then. I have to raise fate. The fate route. The fate route might be, if Tosaka dies, yo, this route actually might be the best route. This might be the best route. That's going to be a hot take. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. This might be the best route if Tosaka dies. That sounds fuck, but those who have seen the other ones should know what I'm trying to get at. Everyone gasp. Saber, me, even Berserker must have all been frozen within our tracks. One person can only have so many tricks up their sleeves. She's got 4. She's got 4 ready to go. The last of her magic missiles over here. She knew this might happen. She hadn't even bothered to tell us. Of course not. Of course. What you gonna do, man? If you got something to do, you better crush her now. Berserker squeezes harder around her. I mean, realistically, it should just be, and she's done. He's a heartbeat too late. Got you. I was wrong. I thought she was going to do some kamikaze banzai shit over here. No. She does just fucking like a Bleach character. Hollow number 98. Sokatsui. And then just obliterate. 4 bullets of pure light strike towards Berserker. 4 bullets, 4 gems, 4 rapid shots at the most extreme close range. That has to be enough at the end, the dark Mad Warrior. Or rather, the attack perfectly, completely snuffs out his life. Come on, Tosaka. It must have blown away Berserker's head clean off. The blood splattered even reaches me, 10 meters from where Berserker stands. There's kind of a lot more than blood in the mess. I don't think she overdid it. Our opponent was a monster. Berserker would have crushed Tosaka if she hadn't blown his head off. Yo. Didn't die yet. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a good moment for Rin. That was a very good moment. I slow my frantic run. Tosaka is still in Berserker's grip, but the battle is over. Just wait. Berserker's face is still hidden in a plum of smoke. From that singing sound, it must have been a hell of an explode. You'll have Megami here. You'll have Megomeme. Ectospla! Nope. Not today. Yo, Rin, get fucked. Yo, Rin. It's been nice knowing you. I hear Tosaka's voice. She's looking at the smoke in disbelief. Again, she should just go splat, really. Hold on. No, am I imagining things? Did Berserker's hand tighten on Tosaka? It was a good plan. But they didn't know the lore. They did not know the lore of Heracles. Well, this Heracles, at least. Tosaka's staring at a plume of smoke. It doesn't last long. the smoke starts to dissipate. And in this clearing air... Bro, that's it. Damn, that's a... Again, yo, some of the early shots were not this clean. Now we're seeing the remastered. Yo. Gave him alopecia. I'm kidding. No. I'm kidding. Bro. All that prep work. Did it even kill him? Like, he should have, like, what, 5 lives left? Berserker's face, the face that should have been blown off his own head, appears. Well, it's a good plan. Tosuka cowers under the evil demon glaze, at a loss for words. Damn. Laughter fills the air. Elia, who's remained at the far side of the clearing, laughs delightfully. They made a big deal about these bullets, but I guess they didn't do anything in the end. Well, substantial. I didn't think you could possibly have killed Berserker even once. Did they kill him? Okay, so that did count as killing him. So now he should have, what, 4 lives left? Right, but his counter should be down. Yeah, yes indeed. She must have figured out something from what Elia just told her. Tosuka looks aghast, her face twisting in regret. This is where fate gets in the whole, this is not the real, true might of this person. No, you'll have to get this other servant, especially if you play in the FGO. It's like, oh, you can get this other version of them. That's their real, true lore. Nah, this is just a different Heracles, man. This is a Heracles that has nothing to do with archery, which is his real main thing, apparently, in lore, which I think is accurate. I think it is accurate, like... Though he does have clubs, he does do all these other things. His main thing that he is supposedly good at outside of just strength is archery. He's actually apparently like really good at archery. Right. It's a symbol. This guy is just the symbol of unfeathered continuous strength and stamina of Heracles, not true blue Heracles in his entirety. Well, yes and no. His reward at the end of the day was that he was forgiven for like what he committed, and then eventually after more journeys and stuff, which there are other excerpts and storylines after his 12 labors. Like he runs into, I think, not Odysseus, Theseus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he runs into Theseus. He goes on the search with the Argonauts and all that. Let's see. Who else does he run into? I think he goes and runs into... I know he dresses up as a woman, which is a whole different story. But yeah, basically Heracles has a lot of stories. But at the end of his life, eventually Heracles, supposedly in a lot of stories, he actually ascends to god tier. Like, he actually becomes a true blue god, like in the Hercules movie, but for real. For real. And, like, he becomes, like, the god of strength.
この意味あなたならわかるでしょ
We're fucked. That's what it means. We were absolutely fucked.
命のストック蘇生魔術の重ねがけ
ええだからそいつは簡単には死ねないのかつて自分が乗り越えた分の試練は生き延びてしまう神々にかけられた不死の呪い
I don't know if it's immortality per se. It's just more extended life, I would say. Extended life rather than just straight up immortality. Because eventually he can die. He can die by the end of it. It's just going to be a lot longer. Going to be a lot longer, a lot more tedious to
そ
do.
れが私のバーサーカーの宝具ゴッドハンドなんだから
God hands. I forgot that's what it was called. Oh my goodness.
わかったバーサーカーは今ので死んでしまったけどあと5つの命があるの
Shouldn't it be 4? Because Archer killed him 6 times. Yeah, it should be 4. It should be 4. But maybe she doesn't want to, like, reveal that it is for, like, a play. What would be the smart thing
欲
to
し
do?
かったわねリー今のが5倍の宝石だったらバーサーカーは消えていたのに
I can't hear Ilya's voice very clearly. From the corner of my eyes, I see Saber charging Berserker.
リン逃げて
Run? How is she supposed to run? He's literally in his grip. Again, imagine my hand is in the entirety of Tosaka. He's like literally gripping her right now. I don't know where is she gonna run. I mean, he's in the process of healing, but Saber dashes over. Tosaka tries to pry open Berserker's fingers, but they won't budge. And then
いいよバーサーカーそいつ潰しちゃえ
I did say she didn't die just yet. Let's see what happens. That's intense art, man. The burning eye glares at Tosaka. Yo, man. Yo, it's time to summon that sword. Summon the sword. Excalibur! Tosaka screams. Berserker's enormous fingers dig into Tosaka, trying to rip out her insides. Oh, God. Don't like that. Come on. Move, man. Move. If this was other storylines, you would have gotten the power-up by now. But, to be fair, I guess it is a realism. It's like, hey, when shit hits the fan, not everyone can just go Super Saiyan and it's all going to be okay. That's one thing I will give credit to Fate, at least. They know how to, like, make terrible situations terrible. There's only going to be one outcome. Come on, move. Tosaka's lifeless body is going to be crushed to nothing. I run. I forget whom I'm up against. I even forget where I am. My mind is completely burnt out.
させるか
Saber cuts towards Berserker. Her invisible sword swings at Berserker's defenseless arm as it's slicing through a radius. But it's no use. Saber attack pings harmlessly off of Berserker's arm. His grip on Tosaka does not loosen. Just moving must be agony for Saber. She swings a sword desperately, blood trickling from her mouth.
シロ
She freezes the instant she sees me rushing at Berserker.
話しやがれてめえ
I slap mindlessly at his back. Just fucking The giant is unfazed. He doesn't even consider me a threat. My fingers are getting numb. Wow. Just from slapping him. His fingers just feel it. What the hell is he? If I'm the one going numb from hitting him.
逃げてシロ
I look up when I hear Saber. In the instant, I go flying through the air like a leaf. I hit the ground, tumbled like a bit of a stray garbage. Berserker smacked me away with a frozen sword. I try to block the attack with my body, but it shatters instantly, and I'm thrown away, so far away. I writhe in pain. The breaking sound hadn't come from the bow. No, one of my arms is now bent at the wrong angle. Oh, that's great. In the wrong spot. When I breathe in, my lungs hurt so bad I puke them up. I can't breathe properly with all the blood flowing in my mouth. But that doesn't matter. Breathing will just make me pass out. Better that I don't breathe. Come on, man. Come on, man. I wake up. Right now, I need to get him. Yo, bounce back. I run. It's my turn. I'm going to break his arm and save Tosaka. He must have eyes in the back of his head, because he swings his sword casually, like batting away a fly. I can dodge it. I won't let that arm that's completely frozen hit me so easily. Yo, man said I can dodge. No, you can't. Damn. My body's shaking. He must have grazed my leg. I mean, fuck your leg. He grazed your entire body. Damn him. He didn't even touch my leg. But that somehow managed to break it anyway.
バカなもういい離れなさいマスター
I can't do that. I can't let Tosaka die. What do I do? What I need to do to save her. A weapon, a blade be at best. At my feet, broken pieces of bow. Above me, Berserker, sword swinging right at me. There's no time to think. I let magical energy flow through me. Come on. Strengthening succeeds easily, but down comes Berserker's sword. The fragments are completely, finally pulverized. I meant to dodge, but instead my body slams to the ground. Clearly there's no point in strengthening broken shards. I have to do something from this scratch. It shouldn't be impossible. Anyone can imitate, as long as they have an example to follow. I just need to duplicate the foundation, structure, work, experience, time, and... The giant turns around and must have decided to kill the little nuisance before finishing off Tosaka. I pushed up from the ground and glare at the giant, while with a goddamn broken arm. There's no fear. I'm too burned out for fear. But behind me... No, is she gonna go use her noble phantasm? Fuck. I see someone prepare to disappear. I see someone determined to use the sacred sword. Oh boy. Bro, making me choose. This is probably the final decision for the night. Is that really our choice? Don't use it. I think we have no other choice. I think we have no other choice but to. The golden sword appears in Saber's hands. Berserker's grip on Tosuka tightens. I'm powerless. I'm going to let all three of us die. Come on, man. Do something. Is there really our only option? Is our only chance at victory using the last of Saber's magical energy for her noble phantasm and so endangering her own existence? Did I choose right? I might have not chosen right. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Come on, Shiro. Do something. Do something, Shiro. The giant releases Tosuka and charges at Saber. He meets the sacred sword as it sweeps the earth ahead of it. No. Well, we might be really fucked right now. Because he still has, what, 4 lives now or whatever? The silver armor collapses. Saber falls to her knees, having converted the last of her magical energy into light. In front of her, Berserker remains intact. Saber is starting to fade. Oh, I think I might have chose a bad ending. Oh, no. I think I chose a bad ending, man. Oh, no. Well. She must not even have the strength to stand. Unable to rise, she looks up at Berserker. Oh, shit. Is her things waiting? True. Challenge. The giant sword swings down. Berserker doesn't wait for Saber to disappear. He crushes her. Yeah, so I think I chose wrong. Well, good thing I saved. Saber disappears. I knew this would happen. If Saber used her sacred sword, she would disappear no matter the outcome of the battle. I knew, but I didn't stop her. Well, now I know. Well, now I know. That doesn't matter. You kill us in any other way. I can't even think. Saber's corpse is right in front of me. It's already become one with the earth, and I can't escape. If I can't escape no matter what I do, at least... Alright, let's just get through this. Let's just get through this fucking bad decision. Let's just get through this bad decision so I can go make the right one. So we can end the stream. A rush of wind obliterates everything below my waist. Yeah. I got it. My senses are utterly overwhelmed with pain and despair. I'm fading in the middle of the clearing. Tosuka's body is sprawled on the ground, long since have gone motionless. Yes, I got a bad ending. All right. Well, I've only gotten 2 bad endings. Let's just say that. Tiger Dojo is a lighthearted hint segment. Players who complete the game on their own and avoid out-of-character situations should proceed with caution. Beyond here lies the Tiger Dojo. Would you like to seek advice? Sure. Why not? For the fun of it. For the fun of it. Taiga, it's been so long. I need you back, girl. Oh, it's You little fucking cretin.
Cat out of heaven!
Good. Get her, Taiga. Get her.
なんでフルスイングするのよ、タイガー。
Because you killed me.
私なんか悪いことした？
Oh my god.
黙らっしゃい。タイガー道場も8回目ですが、今までイリアちゃんがシロを殺めた数、実に5回。
The 8th episode? Damn. Wow. Wow. I really could have died like, what? 6 more times? And you've killed Shiro 5 times now. What? Okay. Well, I have not died that many times.
大量殺人にも程があるでしょ、実際。
へえ、こんなの可愛い方だよ。
Mm-hmm.
だって最終的に一番シロを殺す回数が多いのは
Is myself.
ネタバレ禁止権。
Eat my spoiler sword. I like that. God damn it. Taiga's best girl.
ふーんだ、当たらないようだ。大体ね、リストじゃ私は最下位なんだから。
Are you though?
ほら、ちゃんと見なさいよ、この手帳。
The fuck is this?
うわ、こんなキラーリストが出回ってたのね。って本当だ。ちょっと何よこの嘘記録。
Uh-huh.
なんでイリアちゃんにいい子でしょうなんてついてるの？
それは私の立ち回りが優雅だからよ。
Do you though?
暇な人は私がシロをやっつけるエンドを残らずチェックしてみてね。
Maybe by the end of the story I will, but not now.
再殺賞さんなんかとは微妙に違うことに気がつくから。
微妙な違い？ま、細かいことはどうでもいいか。考えると疲れるし。さて、今回のタイガー道場、選択自体は間違えたものではないと思うけど、どうしてこんな結果になっちゃったの？
純粋な魔力不足よ。セイバーはエクスカリバーを使えるほどには回復したけど、宝具に注ぎ込むだけの魔力がなかった。あんなへっぽこなエクスカリバーじゃバーサーカーの命。
なるほど。今回は賢明であったがゆえ。
あ
よし、受けに回っても死、攻めに回っても死の無情なタイトロープっす。
相変わらず微妙なバランスね。
微妙っていうか、キャラ性能的に積んでる感じね。
Mm-hmm.
やるべそう。じゃ、今回の道場はここまで。直前の選択肢に戻って、若さゆえに無謀あふれる選択肢を選んでみてね。
Bring it. Let's go. All right, restart from the recent decision. Yes. Well, now I know. Now I know. Don't do that. Don't use it. Fucking Christ. All right. Wind peels back from the blade. The golden sword begins to reveal itself in Saber's hands. I told her not to use it. The sword I told her to never use no matter what. I snapped. The last thread that had been holding me together finally gives. Used a command spell? Crazy. My left hand burns. A command spell stroke. What? Aren't we down to 1 now?
どうしてもうこれしかないではないですか、シロ。
Oh, we're gonna see. I don't care. To hell with that. All I know is that if she uses it, she'll disappear. You're already on your last legs just from unleashing your sword. You can't use it right now, so just hold on. If you can't use your sword, I'll make one you can. Alright. Well, this is what I wanted. I just thought the other option would give me that. It's so obvious. It's the only thing I can do. I have to make it. I have to make something that won't lose. I have to imagine the strongest weapon. I have to imagine the ultimate imagination. It has to fool everyone, even me. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't. It's not something impossible. Since the beginning, my body has been a specialized magic circuit for this purpose alone. Okay. I leap up. My entire body burns like it's on fire. My left hand is crimson.
あの剣は私の
Saber voice rings with shock and disbelief. She's staring at a weapon in my hands, at that thing that shouldn't exist. Yo, here comes some cheat codes, baby. The sword seems to have a will of its own. Yo, the sword is fucking powerful, baby. The golden blade moves as if it was being drawn to the giant's arm, and it slashes him, tearing through the arm like butter, like carving through a cake. Tosca falls on the ground along with the arm that had been holding her. The golden sword shatters as if it had been made out of glass. So though it's fragile, it has weight to it, baby. Make another one. My blood begins to flow backwards. It doesn't matter. The sword had broken. That's impossible. If I imitated that sword, it shouldn't have shattered like it did. It shattered because it wasn't sufficient. My image of the sword wasn't enough. But hey, it can do damage. That's all that matters. Berserker's Fury gazes towards me. His massive sword swings up at me. This time, he is determined to cut me in half. I forgot he can regen. It doesn't matter. Berserker, you are not my enemy right now. I'm only fighting against one person. The last one wasn't perfect. My image of it was flawed, so the sword that should have been invincible had broken. If I am to duplicate a thing, I need to work on not just its shape, but also their maker. I hear the others holding their breath. In front of me, I see the axe sword rushing towards me like an oncoming storm, and half-formed sword ready to block it. In desperation, I try to use the sword to block the incoming blade, but that doesn't matter to me. Right now, I need to finish this blade to make it real. Another mistake. You're not fit for fighting, Shiromiya. Your battle is supposed to be a mental one, a fight against your own self. You don't have to remind me. What I need to do is simple. Projection start. I concentrate. I'm challenging my own self. There can be neither how do you say this? Divination nor compromise. Deviation. The power. The power of imagination. Determining creation ideology. Anticipating base essence. Duplicating material structure. Replicating the forger's skills. Resonating with the poser's experience. Imitating the uncountable years. And surpassing every manufacturing process. Literally popping into existence. Illusion shall bind with reality to forge a sword. Coming for you, man. Coming for you. And so the giant roars. And their clash continues. The sword deflects the countless gusts assaulting me from the enemy's furious attacks. But it doesn't break. And that's about it. I'm knocked away from him. The moment I come to, the sword leaves everything to me. The attack I blocked easily a moment ago now tosses me around effortlessly. I can't feel my arm. The skin of my wrist is blistered and red. I'm surprised I can even hold my grip on the sword. My leg does not work. I can only imagine every muscle shredded to ribbons. I cannot get up. I made a sword that is going to surpass Berserker, but that's all. I'm just the one who had it made. I can't wield the sword I worked so hard to make. Give it a saber. A shadow looms over me. He must know who he has to kill first. I rushed away. There we go. I rushed away, and Berserker rushes after me like a gust of wind. His enormous sword swings towards me, but it deflected. In complete disbelief, I realized another hand has closed around my own. The air splits around me. The giant attacks with all his might, trying to destroy everything around him. But right before that, she's so close, I can hear her voice. Hey, nice. Oh, this is some good teamwork. This is good. Together. If Berserker is a storm front coming at me, Saber is a gale rushing to my side. Saber's spirit over to me and twist around, gripping me firmly. Holy Hannah. The rock shatters. The golden flash explodes through the giant axe sword and continues ahead, slicing through Berserker's rock-like body without slowing. Maybe I copied the form so well that I copied some of its abilities too. Wow, so can he like enhance? Can he enhance his imagination to basically make the sword, I guess, is what's happening here. The light pours from the giant's body, and then in an instant, the light fades and the forest falls silent. All the strength flees my limbs. The heat that had been surging through me rapidly cools. The sword I made begins to disappear. I watched it vacantly. Saber and I remain together, holding the sword in our hands until it disappears completely. The wind sweeps through the ceiling, the earth shaking, howling, and the blade that had churned up the very air are gone. Who the fuck? The previously invincible giant, now immobile, looks to the knight who defeated him and What? We actually get... Whoa. We actually get Berserker's voice? Hello? Oh, wait a minute now. Fuck everything else. We can hear Berserker's voice. Nani?
これはカリバーン。王を選定する岩の剣。永遠に失われた私の剣。
Caliburn. There is the idea that in some stories, the sword in the stone is not actually Excalibur. They get Excalibur from the Lady of the Lake, if you know your Arthurian legend. But it goes back and forth, so many variations. They kind of like just blended in together, but that's kind of cool. However, it was the idea of what your sword could be. Saber nods quietly. An ideal sword. Berserker chest opens up. He begins to dissolve. His body begins to crumble like wet sand, beginning where the sword had pierced him and rapidly expanding outward. Can we just one-shot him? Really? This sword can one-shot Berserker with multiple lives left. But the illusion should not be underestimated. I never expected that it could destroy me 7 times. It can't. Wow. Hold on. That's actually an insane ability. Wait a minute. Shiro's enhanced imaginary Excalibur can one-shot Berserker with multiple lives to spare. That's really impressive. That's really impressive. Wait a minute. Fuck Unlimited Blade Works. Fuck that shit. Imaginary Excalibur right now is heat. His dying words are spoken without emotion. The Mad Warrior keeps his role until his very end, and he fades away, disappearing haze into the mist of the morning air. Bro, this is how... Fuck, I did it again. This is how we get rid of Berserker in this version? And he talks? Yo, wait. Why do people not talk about the Fate route? This is so good. Dizziness rocks me where I stand. This is probably the price for exceeding use of mage craft. The blood that rages through me is putting pressure on my brain, sending far too much oxygen out to the rest of my body. My head feels like it could split open. The enemy disappeared, and whatever was numbing the pain earlier has faded. As if to make me pay the accumulated toll of this incredible battle, the dizziness and headache crashes into me like twin meteors.
Shiro,
I'm about to collapse, but Saber supports me, and Saber shouldn't have had the energy for either of us at this point.
いや、大丈夫だ。ところどころ骨が折れてるけど、命には別状はない。
何を言うのです。あれだけの投影魔術を使ったのですから、今は休息を取らないと。
Projection magic, right. Projection magecraft with strengthening magic. And I think there was one more they talked about.
いや、けど。
There's someone I have to talk to first. Oh, fuck you. No, 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 no. Get to Rin. Make sure Rin's okay. Fuck this bitch right now.
イリアスフィール。
Saber stands ready. Elia stares at where Berserker had been standing, her eyes hollow.
ちょうどいい。何のつもりかは知りませんが、追う手間が省けました。潔く、ここで。
That's crazy seeing how you knew her mother and it is like, yo, time to die, bitch. That is kind of crazy on your part, Saber. I'm surprised you're not even going to bring that up at least.
ダメだ、セイバー。イリアには手を出さないでくれ。バーサーカーがいなくなったんなら、イリアは。
I stop Saber with the last remaining strength I have. Elia doesn't even seem to notice where we are. She just stares at the ground. Yeah, she's just like, wow, so I lost, huh?
嘘。バーサーカー死んじゃったの。
Honestly, out of all the paths so far, but this is probably the most noble way he wanted to go out. The other one was because Gilgamesh was being a douche. And then the other one is just, oh, hey, evil dimensional Sakura jellyfish thing. It's like,
イリア。
Elia lifts her head, absently. The pouting child now does not get what they want. It happens suddenly. Elia collapses like a puppet with its strings cut. Really? I don't know what happened. I stare at Elia where she lies. Ah, yes, Rin. Yes, you, who should be taken care of right now. And at almost the same moment, Tosca raises her hand. She's freed now that Berserker's arm disappeared. We gonna pass out? I must have loosened up the moment I learned Tosca was safe. My vision blurs and I can feel my body trying to pass out. I can't show that kind of weakness. We may have defeated Berserker, but we're still within the forest. Weary as we were, we have to force ourselves to get out of the forest. I looked up at the sky as it begins to lighten. The town is a long way away. All my allies are wounded. Every single inch of me hurts, and yet the morning has come. We survived the night, as I was prepared not to. After defeating our greatest enemy, we leave the winter forest. That's a crazy end to that. That's perfect. Wow, that is a fucking perfect ending for tonight. Oh my god. Bruh, nah, hold on. Game, no! Let me get to the goddamn menu. Nah, 12 interval level 4. We ain't getting there yet. Not yet. Nah. We gotta end this shit. We gotta end this for next time. I'm sure we're gonna get something beautiful. I just wanna see the flowchart real quick. I wanna see the flowchart. Let me see this. No. Gallery. Aha. How'd we do on that decision tree at the end? No. Let me zoom. Aha, here we go. I wonder what would happen if we got this right here. Yeah, dude, what a crazy ending. What a gnarly ending. Yo. Why are people sleeping on the Fate route? The Fate route is, like, I think the best part. We haven't even... This feels like a climax. This really does. And yet, we should still have, like, what? Caster, Assassin, and Gilgamesh. At the bare minimum. Bro. What the fuck? This route's so good. This route is fucking amazing. I mean, unless the climax changes something up, I think I really do have to, like, be dead ass with everyone. Fate Route is kicking these two guys' ass. All it needs is a good anime adaptation or a movie. Because I don't think this... would this need 3 movies? Probably not. Like, a good, solid movie version of this? No one would be talking about Unlimited Blade Works. No one would be talking about Sakura and Heaven's Field. No one. It's very interesting, the choice that they're giving Shiro here. He's using projection magic now. They said there was 3 types. There was strengthening, projection, and I think, whatever the other one was. And he's finally locked it in. But I kind of imagine it's like he's strengthening his imagination. What he perceived as an example of seeing Excalibur used for the first time was etched in his very being, on top of the fact that now he has a bond linked to Saber's magic circuits through his magic circuits. So that probably plays a factor into this too. But now he can finally unlock projection magic with his skill set of strengthening magic. Therefore, he basically can make an Excalibur. He can make the ideal of what Excalibur needs to be. That's crazy. And he said he maybe even got a little bit of the actual, like, power of Excalibur too. Now, Saber helped out massively, of course, with her, like, giving the guiding hand. But still though, the fact that he can make Excaliburs, fuck Unlimited Blade Work. I pray for my Unlimited Blade Work. Fuck that shit. And the hand thing was cool in you. It was. Using Berserker's Club was cool and all. But no, wait a minute. He can make however many Excaliburs he probably wants. Oh, man. Outside of, like, maybe Rin possibly dying, which he also got cool moments off. Outside of that, that was pretty intense. But yeah, I think I gotta give... I think I gotta give the Fate route so much more love than I feel like anyone gives them. All it needs is just a good adaptation, and everyone would be talking about the Fate route. Everyone would. Everyone would. But I'm curious, is there art? Is there art of Archer versus Berserker? It's sad that we didn't get to actually see how he goes out. But I imagine because they did say that, he used unlimited blade work. And how gruesome of a death it was. Yeah. But we don't actually see it. We don't actually see it, which is a shame. Which is a shame. The images, too, this fucking time were spectacular. They were spectacular. Okay. I think we're gonna call it here for the night. Yeah, man. I need to reevaluate just how much the other two are just not stacking up to this right now. The character stuff, the goddamn intense battles that I never thought would happen, the interactions. I'm like, wait. The other two, especially Heaven's Feel, like, you know, they have more pizzazz and they have a good animation / movie. But man, what we're getting right now is solid work. It's solid. For sure, if it hadn't been beforehand, now it is. Unlimited blade work is like at the bottom. That shit is. In comparison, I think unlimited blade work is garbage. I think unlimited blade work is garbage compared to the Fate route. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if Rin fans are going to come at me. Kiss my ass. Saber #1 and Shiro's like dynamic is 1, wholesome, but 2, it just feels right. There's like no other way to say it. It feels right. And Sakura and Shiro is just, oh god, that's a mess. But on top of that, it's just the journey with Shiro and Saber feels like a genuine hero's journey compared to the other routes. Yeah. And they're just getting shit done in such a great way. Along the way, we're getting Ryder and Shinji is actually able to do something in this. We're actually having a confrontation with Eliasville and having that played out. We're not having Archer come in and take care of the problem for us, or the fucking jellyfish. We're not having that issue. Like, no, we're getting the W's, and they aren't clean, but we're getting the W's. Yeah. I think I'm a fucking fate route person. I think I am absolutely a Fate route dude. Unlimited blade work can kiss my ass. And Heaven's Field, like outside of like whatever the climax will be, outside of that, like I think the Fate route has a 99% chance of clearing Heaven's Field. I'm standing by that. Okay, we gotta end the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Please, if you like this stream as much as I did, please like it. Comment. Even if it's not a good comment. YouTube algorithm doesn't care. And so won't I. If you want to know when we go live again for more Fate content, or just any content we have in general coming out, please hit that bell notification, because it will be, for now, your most primary way of knowing when we go live. And then lastly, if you like what we are doing on the channel and want to see more of it and be prepared for new stuff in the future, subscribe to the channel and join our little community, as we are continuing to only get better from here on out, as we are going on this journey of life and also just trying to have fun with this channel and do new things. Yeah. Wow, man, this was fucking great. Yo, these last couple streams, man. This, like, the second half, like, the, like, real stuff that's, like, starting to be, like, its own route is so fucking good, man. It's so good. Okay. Tomorrow is Yakuza. The streams are up, so you can go check that out on the channel for our week. I will see you then for Yakuza stuff tomorrow. Similar time. That's going to be fun. Later during the week, we will be having the final part of JoJo's Part 7. It's going to be a wild, wild end to that. Oh, man, I can already feel it. I can feel it. We have One Piece coming out this week. I know that we're on break next week, so next week we are going to get back to Bug Ego if there's a chapter out, which I think there should be. And we will also get back to Burn the Witch. This week as well, back with Don. We're starting Season 2. We are starting Season 2. And then, of course, Ichi the Witch and JJK. Maybe another stream this week, like a surprise stream. Maybe. It depends on how I feel. And if I'm not busy. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned for this week. I'm looking forward to it. Hope to see you guys during one of those streams. And yeah, until the next Fate stream, take care, everyone. Have a nice one. Have a nice night or a nice morning wherever you may be. Safe, stay hydrated, and I hope to see you again. Thank you again, guys, for just showing up and giving me any kind of support. It always means a lot, and it goes a long way for me. All right. God damn, that was a great way to end that arc. That was a great arc. And also, fuck Ilya. Ilya in this route is just a fucking problem, man. Just a problem. All right, guys.